was just like talking to a friend.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
Like if we just sat here and didn't press record on the camera or on the audio, it would just be like hanging out and talking to a friend, and I don't want to do that. Like, what's the point? What's the point of talking to a friend if you can't record it and then make a little bit of money on the internet, right?
That's a very good question, Ryan. Sorry.
I forgive you, Steve. Hi, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Steve, and this is 60 Cycle Hum the Guitar Buying, Selling, Trading, Fixing, Modding, Breaking, Reviewing, Playing podcast. Ryan, this first ad was sent by Joey Scar.
That's right,
about
Steve.
This listing. It's a high-octane killer chainsaw guitar. Donor guitar was a Scott Ian GS Washburn guitar, but during a black mass, it turned into this satanic masterpiece. You can enter WASP only taking it to the audition. Mr. Lawless will hire you immediately. Photos 7 and 8 show how it's used to chop trees. Rapers, reggaeton followers, and all those not very suitable people. How did this make it through reverb?
Did you mean to write rappers, not rapers?
I don't know. That would be... I don't know if that's better or I think that's worse. The Specialist Man.
This listing is still live on Reverb, by the way.
The Specialist Man doesn't appear on more photos because guitar killed him during the shooting. Photo 9. I have not looked at a single photo of this.
Oh, really?
High metal sound provided by one DiMarzio humbucker. Guitar doesn't have a volume pot because there's no need to decrease volume if you want to be the next Ross the Boss. Is that a reference to Gary Rossington? I don't know.
I don't know either.
This is the Sons of Metal guitar we all need. Warning, if you play reggaeton near the guitar, it jumps from the case and kills who played it.
This guy really hates reggae.
No return accepted by this. It's not the first time it happens. You have been warned. When guitar needs more metal, power the needle, photo 11, will show low. Needs more metal power, so you'll need to hunt more disgusting people. I can provide a volume pot if you're not metal enough. Ideal guitar for underground Mad Max alike bands, sawmill rock bands, and similar. I still have not looked at a picture. I will look at a picture in a moment.
He's about to look at a picture.
But I have one question first.
What's your question, Steve?
If you are watching a Rick Beato Spotify top 10 video, it's pretty much guaranteed that you will hear at least one reggaeton song. Is that your fault, Rick's fault, or the reggaeton artist's fault? Because it does say if you play reggaeton near the guitar, it will jump from the case and kill who played it. Is it going to destroy your TV? Is the guitar smart enough to know that the song came from...
If you're watching it on your phone, it'll jump from the case and cut your hand off.
Right, but if you throw your phone, will it chase the phone? Like, it's not your fault the reggaeton played. It's just in the Spotify top 10.
All right, take a look at the guitar, Steve.
How is this a functional chainsaw?
It's not a functional chainsaw.
Well, that's very disappointing. When we first...
Most of what you read, Steve, was a joke. It was someone being silly.
When I saw this title, I thought this was this guitar. Oh, there's the picture of it chopping a tree.
Mm-hmm. You know how when you cut a tree with a chainsaw, it bleeds human red blood? That actually looks like jelly or something?
I actually thought there was a guitar that kind of went semi-viral a few weeks ago where somebody built a guitar out of a circular saw.
Oh, yeah.
And that thing was like still working, and I did not understand how that dude wasn't going to hurt himself.
He probably did.
This is Much Ado. I like that the description is very descriptive. This makes my where I wanted to go with this guitar title a lot less fun, because I was going to suggest that this is the guitar for Fred Durst to play just during break stuff where he says, I pack a chainsaw, I'll skin your ass raw. But I guess it could still fit the theme.
I think so. There's a lot going on here. And most of what's going on here is impractical, but at least it's interesting. Like attaching a neck to a chainsaw body and putting a humbucker in there and making it a functional guitar is kind of neat, but there's some sloppy elements here. This guy wants $900.
Oh,
no, this isn't $900 clean. Like this is a home project. Like this guy's trying to flip this thing and make money on the guitar parts and the chainsaw parts. Like none of this adds up to $900.
It says the donor guitar was a Scott Ian GS Washburn, which is fine, but I want it, like, this is part of my problem is I'm looking at this and maybe it's just the visual because it's all combined, but this chainsaw looks really small to me.
Well, not every chainsaw is big, Steve.
But I expected this to be like us. Like, you ever watch those lumberjack competitions?
Uh-huh.
I expected it to be like one of those chainsaws, like menacing. This is smaller. This looks smaller than like my hedge trimmer, which I used this past weekend to trim my hedge.
What he said was a GX?
GS. Scott Ian GS Washburn.
All right.
Did you find it?
I found it. There's a bunch of different Scott Ians.
Scott Ian.
Well, I mean, there's one Scott Ian, but a bunch of different Washburns. So I'm going to try to find.
I thought Scott Ian was a Fender artist. That's why he wanted one of those Fender Game of Thrones guitars real bad. If he had this guitar, he could carve his own Fender carved Game of Thrones guitar.
Maybe he means an SG?
I don't
see a GS. I'm seeing this listing everywhere for the chainsaw thing. I think it's all over people's news cycles or whatever.
Yeah, if you look up the Washburn Scott Ian Murder, it shows, and I think it has the same headstock. It's an SG style. Oh, this one's even called Anthrax Washburn Scott Ian Murder Weapon guitar.
That one's $1,000 though. Did he really pull the neck off of $1,000 guitar to do this? I don't think so. I think there's cheaper ones around.
I'm just saying, like, that's the general shape.
Well, hold on now. Hold on now.
I'm holding on.
This is the one because look, it's got the pinstriping. I didn't realize there were still parts of the body in there.
Oh wow.
Okay, so he's okay. So this is the exact one. It has that blue pinstriping. How much is
right?
This is the WSI 10B, and this is in a different language. Can I? They want 235 euros for this guitar. That makes sense.
I'm seeing one on eBay. It looks like it's brand new. It's $700. It's signed, so maybe that's why they want more.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, but this is a different. This one is a white headstock, but it's the same general idea.
Right. But this one going for 230 something euros makes sense as it being the starter for this.
Yeah.
Still, there's like maybe that's a $150 chainsaw before it was taken apart. Maybe this is a $300 or $400 guitar before it's listed used or something like that. And combining them together, it's made a cool stage prop. I'm sure it's playable and functional. Jeez, it's got some rough edges though.
It's $900. It is in Spain, so the shipping is kind of, I think, like outside of that calculation.
My favorite part of it is that he's still got the pole on it.
Yeah. That's
like, I feel like
fun
that
picture.
That should be attached to something that makes some sort of sound, you know?
I just can't get over the fact that this chainsaw's like
it's little
orange plastic.
But even the biggest chainsaws aren't like guitar body sized.
No, I know, but
it's like a little guy, you know?
He's got a Steve Vai tattoo. That's how you know.
Of course
this
he
guy's
does.
Serious.
Of course he does. Yeah.
I just can't with this. I'm so disappointed after that.
Sorry.
I was like,
he was doing it. Oh, well, because
I was so hyped.
$200 shipping because
it's
Spain.
in Spain.
Yeah. That's just what Reverb put on there. He didn't put it on there. You want more out of a chainsaw guitar. Okay. If we've seen a lot of gun guitars over the years where it's like a piece of wood that's been carved into a gun shape and the neck is the barrel. I want to see a chainsaw guitar that it's not made out of a chainsaw, but it's made to look like a chainsaw. And I want to see inlays around the edge of the fretboard, giving it the teeth all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I want the pull on it. What's the official word for that? I own chainsaw. I own a chainsaw.
The pull,
what is it?
I don't know. It's like a gas thing.
I've owned a lawnmower with that. I can't think of the name for it. I used to mow lawns professionally as a teenager.
The lawnmower pull cord. They just call it pull cord. Pull string.
I want that.
Recoil starter. It's called a recoil starter.
Recoil starter. That wasn't the word that I had in my head, but sure.
Oh, the recoil starter is the mechanism, is a pull start mechanism, and the starter, it's just called a starter cord or a starter rope that's connected to your recoil starter.
I want that recoil starter cord. I want to be holding like a power cord and it's ringing out, and as you yank that, it does this like hard chopping boost. So it like boosts your signal into your dirt, and you're like cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. So cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. So you're holding a note, and it goes cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Like the gain like chops up.
I mean, there's a part in there that moves. I bet you could like somehow, because that's got to be delivering juice somewhere, right? When you do that, I think that's doable.
I don't think Steve knows how gas lawnmowers.
No, it does, right? What's that do? It's gotta cause something to turn over.
It's the starter. It just gets your motor running, like right.
How does it get your motor running?
That's a good question, Steve.
Exactly.
Maybe I don't know how it works. I know sometimes it's hard. It makes you swear. Because there's no battery, so yeah, maybe it's turning an alternator.
Yeah, so I'm saying like if it's producing a small amount of electricity when you do that in order to get the engine started,
and it's turning the engine at the same time.
Yeah,
so it's like the spark happens, it ignites, you're already turning the engine, and that gives it the ability. So
you find a way to harness that spark that's created as just like an electrical pulse into like a trim circuit that's rigged as always on, but it's only powered when it's getting that juice from the.
I wasn't even thinking about using an actual. Like the actual thing from a lawnmower. I was thinking about like faking it somehow.
Faking it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. With a circuit of some sort.
I'm so disappointed in this.
And I want the headstock to match the teeth theming around the edge of it. And maybe those tuners that go straight out the back so you don't see them sticking out the sides. It is possible to make a cool looking chainsaw guitar is what I'm saying.
Okay. This chainsaw guitar, what kind of music do you play on it?
Do I play on it?
Like if you're in a band and you're like, that's the perfect
Steve Vai music. Obviously, this guy has the tattoo. It's, I mean, like this is either like thrash, punk, some subgenre of metal rhythm guitar. This isn't the lead guitar. This is the chugga chugga.
It is the chugga chugga.
That's good. The chugga chugga guitar.
It could be the rhythm part, the rhythm player of a metal band. I'm thinking this is your band. This is your guitar for the TV show cover song band Tone Improvement.
Oh my gosh. You think it should be Benford themed?
Oh, that would be sick.
There you go. A Benford chainsaw guitar.
A Benford 6400 chain guitar.
Right. You know, the thing I hate about chainsaw guitars is like they're working totally great. They're totally fine. Then you get a bunch of leaves jammed up in there and the chain falls off. And now you're like in the middle of chopping stuff off. And now you have to take the side off and you lost the screw and it's down in the leaves and the twigs and everything. And like you're putting it's just like chainsaw guitars are a mess.
This seems like a very specific experience that happened to you at some point.
I've used a chainsaw here and there.
I don't know if I've ever used a chainsaw.
They're fun until they're not. I have an electric chainsaw now, which is more convenient, but also still a pain in the ass. Chainsaw people, I respect you. You get a lot of good use out of your chainsaw and you keep the maintenance up on it. I respect you.
I almost bought an electric pull saw, which would have been like it's a chainsaw.
Yeah, I have one of those.
A 12-foot pole. But I didn't. I just got a hand pull saw. So
the pole chainsaws are fun. I like those.
I kind of wonder if I still think about if I should get one because every time I have to trim my palm trees, I'm just like
borrow mine. I don't use it I use it like twice a year. Borrow mine, take it home, and then bring it back next time you come over.
All right. Next time I need to trim my palm tree, I'll let you know.
All right.
Which will be probably before the end of the year.
All right.
Maybe.
We'll put it on the calendar.
It
Let's
depends.
plan. Let's plan on
It
it.
depends if it flowers again this year.
All right. Want to tell us about some business stuff, Steve?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's make some money.
Hey guys, know it's the holiday season and times are tough, but if you want to support the making of this program, you can still head on over to patreon.com/60cyclehumpcast, where for as little as $1 a month or as much as whatever you feel like giving.
Listen, guys,
you can support the making of this program.
Listen, I know a lot of you out there have kids of various ages.
Yeah.
Do any of your kids produce hours and hours of guitar content for you to watch every week?
I like how you didn't call it entertaining content.
It's guitar content. Do they do that for you? The spoiled brats don't do that for you, do they? We do that for you. Think about giving us a Christmas gift this year, and maybe not giving a Christmas gift to your children. Just saying. Just putting it out in there in the universe. Take the money that you would have spent giving gifts to your children and use it instead to support your favorite guitar content on the internet.
Just think about it.
Yeah, just think about it a little bit. Think about what you get from us versus like your kids who don't give you guitar content at all. So just weigh those two priorities in your life is all I'm saying. Anyways, that's an awful pitch. And we're very thankful and grateful to everyone who supports us on Patreon. They make a lot of content around here possible, and a lot of the nuts and bolts and behind the scenes stuff could not happen without the support of the Patreons. Whether you can support us or not, we love that you're out there watching and hanging out with us and being our friends on the internet. So thank you. Happy holidays. Whatever else Steve wants to say.
What I want to say is thank you for the support from our sponsor, Stringjoy.
Yes, thank you, Stringjoy.
Crafted in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
Played on
Steve, are
stages
you a
worldwide.
magician?
The Stringjoy strings are crafted one at a time in their factory. Is it a factory or is it a plant? I'm not sure.
It's a factory plant.
It's a factory plant in Nashville. They make these strings. You know, somebody commented on a video the other day of a Stringjoy. Actually, it was a Stringjoy product ad about how like, oh, I played coated strings in the 90s and they were just trash and I'll never try them again. And I had to comment. I said, hey, man, these coated strings are different. Yeah. They're not like those other guys that spray like coat their strings in rubber.
Right.
Excuse me.
Nice burp, Steve.
Ooh.
Good sponsorship here. We've got burps.
These feel normal.
Yeah.
They feel like strings.
Well, they don't feel like normal. They feel like teeth because they're coated in enamel.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually feel like teeth. They feel like guitar strings.
So I feel like these,
but they don't feel like they're coated in a weird rubber condom either.
Yeah. So go check these out.
I put them on my guitars, and I can't tell. Like a week later, when I forget what I put on there, I can't tell that they're coated strings because they just feel like metal.
Yeah. Use the link below to go check out everything they have to offer on their site. They have like mix and match variety packs and stuff. It's kind of neat if you want to like get a few of the orbiters and a few of their acoustic strings or the signature series strings. You can do that as like a bulk kind of a discount pack and use our code HUM at checkout to get 10% off. Is it 10%?
It's 10% off. And also, if you use our link and use the code, we get a little kickback too. So thank you for that.
If you want to type more words in, you can use code Chasing Tone at checkout too. But HUM is faster.
Yeah, HUM is faster, and we don't get a kickback if they do that other one, Steve.
Yeah, no, that's true. Don't use the other one. Use this one.
You know, I saw they probably wouldn't. The sponsor, Stringjoy, probably wouldn't want me to say this in a sponsorship, but I was on the internet today and I saw a post where people were being critical of Stringjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, the only thing Stringjoy is good for, blah, 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 is if you want to make incredibly customized sets. And I was like, if that was true, that was the only thing, isn't that still enough? Like, isn't that still cool? Like that you can make like incredibly customized sets. They're good strings. They're strings. I like them.
What a weird criticism.
It's a weird criticism. Like, oh, the only thing that's good about him is this incredible detail. Yeah, good point. Cool criticism. Like, you can make wild custom sets that you could never buy anywhere else. Like, all right, cool criticism. Oh man, people are weird on the internet. Like, if you don't want them, don't buy them. Like no one's forcing you to do anything. But you're watching a guitar show. If you want strings and you want to try out what we're using, then go try them, I guess.
Scott, Blake, I want you guys to consider that as your new slogan. String joy. If you don't want them, don't buy them.
Don't buy them if you don't want them.
But you should buy them because they're great.
Buy them. We need our affiliate links.
All right,
the affiliate links are always like a neat little surprise. Like, oh wow, cool, yay, $3. You know, like that's always fun to see in your inbox. But it's like we don't rely on it.
This next ad was sent by Brian Brooks. This is on Shop Goodwill. Goodwill Industries of the Columbia Willamette.
Can you figure out why I called this ad
Yes,
6?
I know why it's called 6. Unbranded, unique design electric guitar. There's no other information except that it is black. And the headstock looks like the number 6.
The headstock looks like the number 6. Or it could be a 9 or a B or a P. It could be a Q. A lowercase q.
This is not a Squire.
I think this started its life as a kit, as a parts guitar.
Oh,
like looking at the shape of the headstock, that was a paddle headstock. I'm surprised that it's glossed on the back, but you know, like you look at the cuts in the body and they finished it. So
you're right. You're right.
This started out as like this hack job of cuts on here. Like, if you're gonna be doing that level of woodworking, do something interesting, because it looks awkward. I don't know.
I think it's kind of interesting.
You like it?
I think it's got a certain charm to it. How much is this listed for? This is currently at $89. It is not an $89 interesting guitar, but I think it's kind of interesting.
The headstock, it does look like a 6. It also looks like it might be going like, okay. Yeah. Hey, this guitar is okay. Like I would have leaned into that when carving the headstock to make it look like a hand going, okay.
I think the body, I do think this body shape is interesting. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like a hack job to me.
I feel like it falls into the category of so bad it's good.
You have to admit, like, this person did a decent job glossing up that neck after cutting it up.
Yeah.
And the finishing on the guitar body itself, like, it looks competent. What was going on with the cutting? I just feel like the cutting could be better. The body cuts could be better, considering it's like this is the one person out there who is competent at doing a really clean finish job, but not at all competent at using a bandsaw. Like, you usually, like, it's easier to do the bandsaw part and come up with like interesting shapes than it is to get a smooth factory finish.
This sold for $89. That was the final price.
Somebody bought it. I mean, maybe they look at it and like, oh, there's pickups in there, or maybe they thought maybe they're like you and they see something in this body.
The pickups is actually why I don't think it's worth $89. Because these are like the lowest of the low grade.
And also, like, it's got those kit tuners on there. It's got those
they're
what are the trapezoid tuners?
They're kit tuners,
yeah,
but they're also every import guitar from the 90s tuners.
Right.
So that's what made me think like this could have started as like some Squire parts or an Epiphone 310 or something. Not 310.
I know what you mean.
No, 310, yeah. The bolt-on Strats.
And I'm just going to say, because someone in the audience is going to say it first, like, whoever bought this, they're just going to put their dick in there.
What? You really? What? What?
I mean, maybe that's why it's shaped that way in the first place.
Why would you think that?
Because I spent too much time on Guitar Circle Jerk.
The string is in the way. You cut your dick off with that string. It'd be very painful.
It would be very painful. I'm not saying I would do it.
You'll cut your dick off, kid.
And don't you dare have sex with that guitar. You're gonna mangle your dick.
This is the new.
This is where we lose both our sponsorships.
This is a Christmas Story. It's the knockoff.
This is the episode after Thanksgiving weekend, so no one's even watching this. Like everyone's like just chilled out, like not caring about.
No, this is a first day back to work after Thanksgiving.
Man, you're right. Everyone's watching it.
Everyone's watching.
Get down in the comment section. Let me know. What do you think? Did the person who bought this, did they put their dick in it? What about the person who made it? Okay, I want you to say in the comment section, did the person who made it put their dick in it, or did the person who bought it put their dick in it?
Ryan, here's what I want you to do.
And you don't have to say the dick part. You can just say made it or bought it in the comment section.
You know that,
I'll know what you mean.
You know that Paul Rudd, the movie Wanderlust, that Paul Rudd clip?
I'm not sure I do.
It's the one where he's standing in front of the mirror. You definitely know it because I've sent it to you. I've sent you the TikTok of it at least once, because there's a guy, he's a DJ, and he does like these mixes, and he'll insert it into things. But anyway, the point being that it's a video clip, Paul Rudd standing in the mirror, and he just keeps saying, "My dick." You don't know that one?
I don't know that one.
How do you not know that one?
I don't know, Steve. You claim you sent it to me. Maybe it flew over my head.
Because what I was going to say is you should find that clip and just insert it like every 10, 15 seconds in this segment. Because
you think I should insert it every 10 or 15 seconds?
Yeah.
All right.
Like it's there.
Yeah.
And then pull it out and then stick it back in.
Yeah. Dick jokes. Guys, welcome to the dick joke episode. Apparently 26 minutes into this podcast.
yeah, we're making 26 minutes.
Oh, man, it's a new record.
We're making dick jokes. Ryan.
Yeah, Steve.
Watch
that one win it.
What's new?
What is new?
You got anything new?
Not yet. I'm assuming at this point then I've jammed with that new band that I'm going to check out.
Oh, yeah. Tell me, how did that go?
I don't know, because it hasn't happened in my real life yet, because we record 2 episodes at a time. This is the same week as the previous week, so like I don't know. I don't know how it turned out. It's perfect. We're rock stars now, and this is going to be my last episode doing a podcast because I'm going to be too busy being a rock star.
Wow.
Yeah. I
see how it is.
Do you have anything new?
I don't. I feel like I should, but I don't. Slow week.
I mean, how was your Thanksgiving, Steve?
It was either great or terrible.
I think I ate too much.
Oh. You know, I've had this thing where...
But I wish I could eat more.
My guess is that I cooked a bunch of things and then I carved the turkey and I laid it out. And then I just went out by my fire pit that I've never used by myself and just sat on the bench underneath the umbrella and stared at the sky for like 10 minutes trying to like decompress after cooking a large meal.
That you're planning this out now. While we're recording this, we're recording this before Thanksgiving, but you already know what your plan is. You're like, I know where I'm going to sit. I know what I'm going to do. And I know how long it's going to take.
Because literally that's what I did after cooking Christmas dinner last year is I went and I
disappeared.
I set everything up. Melissa helped set everything up. But after because I was just cooking for 45 minutes straight of in it and whatever. After that, I was just like, I don't want to eat this food right now. I just want to
be away
in a quiet place. Maybe I put my headphones in, listen to the dulcet tones of Joe Branton over at the Guitar Nerds podcast. I don't know. Or maybe I listened to nothing.
I want to know what all the Europeans did. All our European listeners. I want to know what you did for Thanksgiving.
I might
tell us in the comment section.
I might have a client meeting on Thanksgiving morning because it's a Canadian client that's working primarily with our UK site.
You know what? You don't call her up on Canadian Thanksgiving. She should have a little respect for our national holiday that barely matters.
I think Canadian Thanksgiving might be on a weekend.
They know how to do it right. Actually, you know what? Thanksgiving on a Thursday? Yeah, give us a day off of work.
2 days off.
2 days off. It's Thursday perfect. It's beautiful. I don't want to interrupt that. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I don't know what else is new.
This has been riveting conversation.
I still need to clean the garage.
Good podcasting, guys. We did it.
You're clapping a lot lately. You clapped last episode. Clapped this episode.
I'm just clapping. I'm in a
Clap
mood.
on, clap off. It's a clapper.
How long can we do this before people realize that we really don't have anything to talk about anymore?
Probably this episode.
And this is it. This is the last episode, guys. We ran out of stuff.
This
to talk
episode is
about.
brought to you all by Chase Bliss.
That's
we
right,
still got
Steve.
this preamp Mark II from the Automatone series.
I
That was a
need to use
collab
that thing
between
more often.
Chase Bliss and Benson. You can use it in your new band if it's new. Oh, new wave. I was thinking of like synth wave. If you could automate these to just be like.
I'm gonna mount it to a guitar and use it in the band.
That seems excessive.
A little bit.
But anyway,
People got to see it though. It's incredible.
head on over to chasebliss.com. You can check out pedals like this. They got regular size pedals. They got a bunch of features. They got all kinds of things. They make pedals more creative than you are. Definitely
Better
more creative
looking.
than I am. I still have not figured out how to use my mood. I don't know if I'll ever figure out really how to use it.
You don't
so,
figure it out. It figures you out.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I kind of feel like.
It's a happy accidents pedal, you know?
Yeah, it's matching itself to my mood, not the
Right,
I
right.
can't
You have to
I
be in a
can't-
good mood.
push my mood onto it.
Yes.
It will push its mood onto me. That's how I feel about the mood right now. Chase Bliss.
Chase Bliss. Thanks for the money, Chase Bliss.
All right, Ryan. We're gonna hit
That's
this.
how every sponsorship should be. Thanks for the money. Here's the sponsor.
We're gonna hit
We actually
this topic.
have deep feelings towards Chase Bliss and Joel Corte over there. So huge thanks for continuing to support the show.
We are smashing through this episode.
Yeah, we are. I hope it's short. Let's do a short one.
Oh, I'm gonna make it real long right now.
Are we doing the topic?
We're at the topic. You found the topic, so I'll let you pull it out.
Patrick Chen asks, this was on our Facebook group, by the way. Every other Wednesday, I do a topic call out on the Facebook group. So if you want to be part of that and you want to contribute to the show, go join the 60 Cycle Hum Facebook group. And every other Wednesday, you'll see me make a post. I usually put a picture of an animal talking into a microphone. Say, hey, what are we going to talk about this week? And, viewers just like you, listeners just like you, comment and they suggest things that would be worthwhile for us to talk about. Patrick Chen wants to know best chicken sandwich.
Patrick Chen has been a friend of the show for a very long time.
That's true.
I own his compressor. I've never played it. I just own it. The Collaboration Devices compressor. It's a really cool looking pedal, and that's why I bought it, because it looks cool.
Sounds like you're just renting it from future generations.
Kind of.
Yeah. You're keeping it safe for the future.
That's a lot of my pedals, unfortunately, right now. That should have been my what's new.
So should we lay down some ground rules? Like this should be like chain restaurants only, right? Or do we want to have it be local flavor? Like,
I mean, it's not going to change it for me. I think chain is fine.
okay. Then we don't have to worry about it. You name let's try to get a couple each, and then we'll pick our favorites.
Sure.
You say one, and then I'll counter with one.
That seems too simple.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to get enough content out of that.
Okay. All right.
method.
What do you propose we do?
Let's just name chicken sandwiches,
Okay.
and then we'll just name them. They don't have to be like a good.
How
one
do you
or a
feel
bad
about the Popeyes chicken sandwich? Everyone went nuts for that.
I've
thing.
only had it once. I thought it was fine.
That's how I feel about it. I kind of
No, I take it back. I've had it twice.
Huh.
The first time it was fine. The second time, unfortunately, I got it with a bunch of other chicken, and it was at the end of the night, and all of that chicken was gross.
Oh,
So I think the sandwich was still fine, but because the rest of the chicken was so bad, it really skewed my perception of the
bad
sandwich.
chicken from Popeyes. You hate to hear it.
I've heard Popeyes has bad chicken very often.
Really? Every Popeyes chicken I've ever had has been fantastic.
I've heard that Popeyes is very store to store or restaurant to restaurant,
That's too bad.
and time point to time point. So
Well,
I
yeah,
went like
if-
late. I felt like when I bought this, and it was like probably 8:00 on a Sunday, 9:00 on a Sunday, maybe an hour or so away from closing. I felt like I got the chicken that was put on for the dinner rush and didn't get bought.
Right.
And
You got that dry chicken.
like it was
That's how I feel about the
was
fried chicken
terrible.
from the grocery store. Sometimes the grocery store fried chicken is like fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you are there in between rushes, It's going to be dry.
Yeah.
It's going to be awful.
Kind of like the best worst thing you could do at like you go to Vaughn's or whatever is you're going to take chicken strips home with you is to go over there.
They don't make it home.
And be like and be like, hey, any chance you guys are going to make a fresh batch of chicken strips anytime soon? Because I want those. You
can smell it when you're out when you're rolling up to the store. You can smell it outside. You're like, it's chicken time.
Yeah. But yeah, I've that was my last time I had Popeyes, so I'm going to say it's okay. I know a lot of people love it.
I think the Popeyes chicken sandwich got the world excited for chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, I think the Popeyes chicken sandwich walked. So everyone else's chicken sandwich.
It reminded us that there was other chicken other than Chick-fil-A and the Wendy's spicy.
Well, since you mentioned Chick-fil-A, how do you feel about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich? Not a fan.
Not a fan. Going back to the Popeyes, I want to say that like it's good, but it needs some veggies.
Are we talking all chicken sandwiches here?
All
not just spices.
I always default to spicy.
Yeah,
so
same.
I'm never going to get one that's not spicy. Yeah. I get the spicy if I go to Chick-fil-A too. So.
And to that point, the Popeyes chicken sandwich. So
I don't want chicken that's not spicy. I want to eat chicken that I want to eat the meat of a chicken that ate peppers.
I feel like there's a timeline, right? There's before Popeyes and after Popeyes.
Okay. We're in the after Popeyes time.
We're in the after Popeyes now. Before Popeyes, you had like the Chick-fil-A and even the Chick-fil-A spicy. You had a lot of places that did a spicy chicken sandwich, but they did something that was not really it was like not a Nashville chicken sandwich, but it wasn't, I don't even know what it was. Like, I don't know what that spice palette is. It was just a very specific chicken sandwich thing. And it always had lettuce, tomato, and Jack in the Box was always like, spicy chicken sandwich. Would you like cheese for that? It's like, what kind of psychopath puts cheese? Honest, I love cheese.
Jack in the Box is like, how much of this do you want dipped in mayo? Because we dip the whole thing in mayo.
That's true too.
Yeah.
But so you had those kind of Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich.
Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is a classic.
Everybody had a spicy chicken sandwich that was all kind of the same thing. And then when Popeyes came in, it was a whole new direction of spicy chicken sandwich.
Well, I think what changed is the meat quality. It was like, here's a thicker piece of meat.
But if you got like a good Wendy's chicken sandwich, it was a thick piece of meat.
Yeah.
Maybe not as thick, but
let's
Popeyes did the orange sauce. Let's
forget about talking about all spicy chicken sandwiches. Let's talk about our favorites.
All right.
I'm gonna say a couple favorites right now.
Okay.
Really like Jollibee's.
All right.
The Jollibee spicy deluxe chicken sandwich. It's got tomato. It's got lettuce on there. It's got a sauce on it. It also has fresh jalapenos.
Oh, interesting.
And I haven't encountered that anywhere from any other fast food place. It's not a big sandwich, but it hits that spot. And it has a slightly like, it's Jollibee. It's a Filipino chain. It has that slightly kind of like Asian flavor to the dressing. That's just a little bit different. It feels like something special. It's a little bit different. So now you say one that you really like.
A lot of people I think this is going to set a lot of people off.
Here we go. Controversial.
McDonald's Spicy McCrispy.
Really? I haven't tried it. I'm not a McDonald's boy.
That one, when they first introduced it, they were doing a lot of promos that were like buy one, get one free. Buy one, get free fries, stuff like that. And I was probably eating like 1 or 2 a week.
Wow.
It's good.
All right.
I'm not going to say it's like, if you put it toe to toe with like the best Popeyes sandwich, maybe the Popeyes one is better, but I think it's better than the average. Like, of the 2 Popeye sandwiches I had, I think the McDonald's one is just as good.
You know what?
What I will say is, you pretty much have to get it. I only get the other night I got the deluxe one. I don't like vegetables on a spicy chicken sandwich.
Really? I like to have a little bit of green.
I just want pickles. Well, part of it is because I'm like eating it on the move. That is part of it that doesn't help. I pick this stuff up when I'm driving home after work. I just want to eat in the car when I have a 2-hour commute. It's stupid. It's not good for my health.
It's not.
It's bad for my health. I should not do it. But I'm hungry.
You have to eat.
I need to eat.
Yeah.
McDonald's McCrispy or whatever the hell it's called, spicy version. I think it should be on everyone's list. I think everyone should at least try it.
I'll give it a shot. Sometime, Steve. You know what one I actually like better than Popeyes?
What?
I like KFC's chicken sandwich. But what I really like is the chicken sandwich that they don't even have anymore.
Oh, the double decker.
No. The triple zinger.
Was that the one that was like 2 bites though?
No, that was later. They came out with a smaller version of the triple zinger. I think it was just the zinger.
Oh, okay.
But the triple zinger had 3 chicken tenders on it that were fried.
Yeah.
And they had this beautifully soft bun. And they would do shredded lettuce, and they would do like salsa tomatoes, where it was like diced tomato.
Interesting.
And
I don't think I've had that.
And the zinger sauce, I lived on the things during college. Like you were in high school at the time when this was going on.
Yeah.
I was in college. There was a KFC near my college, and it was like, it was the early 2000s, late 90s. So it was like you get the meal for like $4 or whatever, and it came with the potato wedges. I miss that sandwich so much. That was an incredible chicken sandwich.
All right. Bring
it back, KFC.
I'm going to move slightly outside of fast food, but still in the fast cash.
Okay.
Freaking Dave's Hot Chicken, dude.
Dave's. I mean, it's local to us. I think they're a Southern California chain. I think they're in LA too.
I don't know how. Yeah, I've had it up to the hot level. I want to go to the next step.
It doesn't taste. The extra hot doesn't taste good.
I gotta do it at least once.
And do it once, then, but it doesn't taste good.
All right, maybe I'll just. Because the thing is I'm not a spicy boy.
I am.
But the hot is like, I think my limit is probably hot, but I won't know if hot is my limit unless I go past it. And I hear what you're saying. A lot of time places that do like extra hot, it's just straight like.
It just tastes like extract.
Yeah, it's just. Oh, we just ground up pepper seed. We didn't actually make a sauce at this point.
When I had the extra hot, I was like, yeah, this is heat. The thing that it was is like, because it's a Nashville chicken style joint.
Yeah.
The extra hot gets the heat of actual Nashville hot chicken, but the flavor's not there because they're doing some sort of extract or some sort of like hyper pepper that's ground up or something like that. They've lost the flavor at that point, but the flavor's still really good at the hot level, but the extra hot, no.
I gotta try it.
Try
it at least once.
But I really like their sandwich. They call them sliders, but one's enough. Like, because they usually put a piece of chicken on there that's nice and thick. But that kale slaw on there and the pickles, they actually will put cheese on it too. I know you poo-pooed the cheese earlier, but they'll put cheese on it.
I could see cheese working on a Nashville style sandwich. I just don't like it on the Jack in the Box one. Oh, well, I guess it depends on the cheese. If it's like a
people are still watching this,
provolone,
and listening to this.
Or like
it's
a
incredible.
Swiss, I think that works. I just don't want like orange cheese on a
You don't want like a slice of craft style American cheese on it, like a pepper jack or even like a provolone or something like that. Like on a fried chicken, think about it like a chicken cordon bleu sort of situation. Did you ever have the cluck from Jack in the Box, the cluck sandwich? I don't think I did. I don't go to Jack in the Box very often.
That one was a big disappointment because they put the orange sauce on it, but it wasn't hot sauce. It was just orange.
Oh,
it was like a sweet chicken sandwich.
Weird.
Not a fan.
I have or was that the one? Are you sure the cluck wasn't the one from Burger King?
Was it? I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
They had one at Burger King, and it turned out that it was like the same food distributor making it as Popeyes because it's like they're under the same brand. So
I don't know. The one that I'm just saying, like the one that I have, that I'm thinking of, it looked like it should have been a spicy
sauce, but
chicken breast.
It was just orange.
With an orange sauce on it,
right?
And Popeyes, like I said, they were the ones who started the orange spicy, this specific flavor palette. But the whoever this was that did this, it was like a sweet. It was like a sweet sauce.
I don't want sweet. I want spicy. Yeah. I mean, make it sweet and spicy.
You got another one for us?
I don't think so. I think that's my top 3 right now.
All right.
So Jollibee, KFC, and Dave's.
Yeah. I'm going to recommend one more.
Okay.
kind of messy because it's got a lot going on, but it's definitely the hottest of these that I've tried. It's the one that I had to fight to get through. The Islands spicy chicken sandwich.
Interesting.
They have a spicy chicken sandwich. It's got some kind of like Hawaiian inspired hot sauce on it, pepper sauce. So it's like both got a little bit of like pineapple sweetness. And the sandwich might even have a pineapple on it. I don't remember. But I forget. I think the sauce is called like huli huli sauce.
Okay.
But that's from memory. I don't remember. My memory could be wrong. But I remember it being really good and also taking me forever to eat because it was
so spicy.
It was big because it's islands and it was very spicy. So I would recommend that. I know once every year, like you make your annual pilgrimage to islands to see how bad the quality's gotten.
Last time I went, it bummed me out how bad Islands is now. Yeah.
Sorry.
Gone downhill really hard.
Tell us what your favorite chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich is in the comments.
Help us with your comments on this guitar podcast.
Tell us why we're wrong or why we were right.
We're getting to the point of the year where we're winding down for the holidays and we just don't really care anymore. And we're like, where's
dude? We did a taco episode like
I know
2 months ago.
But most of the year we keep it real tight. We're just like, here's guitar stuff. Yeah, we're all about this guitar stuff.
Is this seriously 3 screen grabs of text?
Yes.
This next ad was sent by Philip Lecleed. It's called These Acoustic Guitars.
I'm going to sit back and let Steve read this. Oh my gosh. We can trade off if you want. Great sounding acoustic guitars with large volume, clear sound, and resounding tone. These guitars have a very unique bright tone, an excellent and clear projecting style sound. These guitars have been completely and properly set up. These guitars have been cleaned and polished and completely set up, and many are flawless and beautiful looking and feeling acoustic guitar and ready to be played. These secondhand treasure guitars have been accurately set up with the bridge saddle having been sanded to a perfect tolerance to create a low action and an ease of playability and a very sweet acoustic sound and a richness of tone not usually found in even higher priced acoustic guitars and without any string buzz. I had to swallow some spit there because I'm reading so much. These guitars have had brand new D'Addario acoustic guitar strings installed for a crisp and clear resounding and exciting sound. These and other acoustic guitars can be seen and played or heard played in the Lake Anna area. These are all must play before you purchase an acoustic guitar at a much higher price. These guitars have been hand selected for their crisp, clear, and brightness of sound. We have sold 58 guitars since September 2022. Our patrons find our acoustic guitars to be a step above in sound and quality when searching for the right pre-owned acoustic guitar, asking $175 for this exceptional sounding Mitchell 12-string acoustic guitar. One of the best I've ever played. The Yamaha is sold. Asking Court AD 810. No longer available. The Yamaha F3 is sold. Spirit, no longer available. Does he have anything left? Silvertone Pro Series, no longer available. Asking $80 for the Mitchell Jr. with a Mitchell labeled guitar bag. This guy just goes on and on and on. It is 3 pages.
Hold on. Let's do this right. This is the professional wrestling tag in.
I'll tag in, Steve. Get in here. I'm glad you told me what it is.
The rare Nagoya with the original hard shell case is sold. All of our guitars are must-play guitars you could be proud to own, play, and display to friends and family. Do not spend more money on a new acoustic guitar that will not sound as good as these secondhand treasure acoustic guitars. Do not spend more money on a new acoustic guitar that will not sound as good as these secondhand treasures. If you're looking for a great sounding acoustic guitar modestly priced according to the sound and tone that is produced by each individual guitar, then visit us here in the Lake Anna area. You will find a secondhand treasure acoustic guitar you can honestly call your own hand-selected treasure. Investing hard-earned cash in an acoustic guitar should be a very personal and rewarding decision. Trust me, I have test played over 120 parentheses 120. Brand new acoustic guitars in 5 music stores in 2 states since December 2022, and over 75, parentheses 75, used acoustic guitars in the same period. That's 195 total guitars. You will not be disappointed owning any one of these secondhand treasure acoustic guitars. As mentioned above, we have 20 acoustic guitars in the house and several need to find other homes. Message me if interested in scheduling a day and time to play or hear these extremely excellent sounding acoustic guitars played by you or me prior to your making that rewarding decision of purchasing a great sounding acoustic guitar. These are very special and accurately set up acoustic guitars with warm and big volume resounding tone. Come give them a free no pressure test play. I don't believe that for a second.
I feel pressure just by this ad.
We are located in the Lake Anna area. According to many previous patrons, you will be glad you traveled the distance. Happy guitar hunting.
And then there's a picture of his pile of cheap acoustic guitars.
He's asking $12,345,678.
I think he's just putting in
this ad. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3,
number,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This ad has been up for 6 weeks. My guess is he just.
I bet this ad is always up.
Yeah.
These acoustic guitars are the best I've ever heard. I've tried over 200. Like this person is wild. I'm glad I don't know this person in person. Maybe I do. If you're in the audience and this is your ad, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna dunk on you because this is weird.
This ad is basically whatever. This ad is basically what I think of whenever I read the Firefly Guitars group. Somebody from that group. There's definitely people in that group who listen to this show. And so we're probably gonna. I get it. Like
my headcanon is that this guy is searching for all the good ones, and so he goes to all these different stores and he tries every single $200 guitar that he can find. And he goes, yeah, this one's got a really deep sound. This one's got a really jangly sound. Like, oh, this one sounds really, really nice. And they're Mitchells, you know, they're affordable guitars. I'm sure he's had some nice guitars and stuff like that. But it's like, there's something that he's hearing and there's something that he's experiencing and he's enjoying these guitars. And he believes that he is a guitar sommelier and he is selecting the best of the best that he can find in this budget range. And he's taking them home. And maybe he's setting up the nuts and doing adjustments and things like that. He's making them better. But it reads like the manifesto of a maniac. Like,
well,
okay,
so when it
settle down. Like, it reads like he believes that him collecting this guitars is a brand of guitars. Like, he's established a brand of guitars in him being a cheap acoustic sommelier.
Yeah, his guitar store is called These Guitars.
These Guitars.
One thing this is kind of an interesting thing, and
maybe I'm totally off. I'm just making stuff up about the way I imagine a person in my head. But
what I legitimately think, given some of these models, I think you are on to something that maybe he's finding these at stores, pawn shops. They're all secondhand. He's going in. Maybe they're a little dirty. Maybe there's some kind of thing where, he's saying he's asking $175 for a Mitchell 12 string. He probably bought that for like $100, $125 or whatever.
He's a flipper
off the used pile in Guitar Center, because I own from like I think it's a 2000 or so, 1999, 2000, maybe 98. I forget. Mitchell MD 100.
Right.
Laminate top, whatever they use for the back. I think it's supposed to be mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck. It's probably all cheap for that time period. It's a really good playing acoustic guitar. But then when he says in here, a very unique, bright tone and excellent, clear projection style sound. That Mitchell I have is bright.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it has excellent projection, but I guess it has clear projection. It's a quiet guitar. for a dreadnought body. But I could see, like, if somebody played one of these or had experiences with them, being like, yeah, Mitchell has made good acoustic guitars, good beginner acoustic guitars, if they are in good shape. And so this guy's buying them. Maybe they're a little beat up, cleaning them up, replacing a nut, and trying to sell them.
The sound of any acoustic instrument, any instrument,
Mm-hmm.
is so completely subjective. Like one of my favorite sounding acoustic guitars that I've ever played is my sister's Aria Pro 2 that she bought from Guitar Trader for like $200 or something like that. It's got this, I'm going to sound like this guy now. It's got this deep richness to it, but it also has this really nice, like high personality, like high end to it, like the top end to it. Thing plays like ass. I've put hours into like tweaking the truss rod and making adjustments to it and stuff like that. It's not fun to play.
Yeah.
But it sounds fantastic to my ear. Any acoustic guitar can sound great if it sounds like your preference.
Mm-hmm.
So
he mentioned
him saying like, oh, I found all these excellent, all these guitars have richness of tone you won't find anywhere else. Dude is high on his supply.
He has 7 guitars pictured here. He mentions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 7. Did I say 7?
Add an 8 and that's the price.
Oh, there are 8. Sorry, there's 8 guitars in the picture, but I think he only named 7 in the listing. He doesn't name, I'm not sure which one. I think there's a Jasmine he doesn't name.
And you know what?
But what I was going to say is it is interesting, but not that interesting to me that the 2 that haven't sold are the Mitchell 12-string and the Mitchell Junior. They're both kind of weird, and they're both ones. Though the Silvertone Pros I've played were a little weird. The Yamaha F325D, I don't know if I've sold that one, but I haven't sold one. I don't know if I've played that particular model, but I've played ones around that range. Same with the FG800. They're solid starter acoustic guitars that, like, with a fresh set of strings and an improved like nut or saddle, are potentially like
they're fine.
Really good bonfire guitars.
Right, totally.
And that's not
a throw in the bonfire, but take it to the beach.
It's not that's not a knock on them. It's just like, none of these guitars, no matter what you do to them, are gonna sound like a Martin D15 or HD28 or whatever. They're not gonna sound like the cheapest, not Baby Taylor. Like, they're not going to sound as good as like even a 114 or a 214 Taylor, but they're not supposed to.
And like, it could actually be pretty revealing and pretty compelling to answer this guy's ad and go to his house and try all his guitars and like pick your favorite. Like, at that point, you're basically going to a store.
Yeah.
But you're picking guitars that he's done a setup on.
If you were like the first person,
like it could be compelling.
If you were the first person in here and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guitars, and you knew that no matter what, you're not spending more than $300 on an acoustic guitar, but you might spend as little as like $150, then it might be worth going to check him out. Like the
rough part
looks pretty clean.
The rough part is like, if you go over and you spend like an hour trying all his guitars
and you don't want any of them,
and then you don't buy one.
Yeah.
Like, is he going to flip out on you?
I mean, he says,
like, you don't want any of these guitars?
He says, come give them
these guitars have richness of tone.
Yeah. He says, please come give them a free, no pressure test play after writing a 2.5 screenshot wall of text. There are no paragraphs.
Right.
There's periods. He did write sentences.
There's punctuation, and the spelling is fine. He spell checked.
It doesn't read like it,
but a lot of it is redundant.
Excuse me.
It's this redundant rant.
Yeah. How many times do we need to know that you're in the Lake Anna area, especially when this is a Facebook listing? Which I wish I had a count
for how many times it says these guitars.
Which means that your location, your general location, is in the listing.
Right. People know where they are. You're just on Facebook Marketplace. Like, they're not surprised. Like, oh, well, I'm going to visit this St. Anna area.
Ryan.
No, you're already there.
I have this really dumb thought.
Give me your dumb thought, Steve.
He says, according to our many previous patrons, you will be glad you traveled the distance. Happy guitar hunting. This isn't in Fredericksburg, Virginia. It's too bad you don't have any guitar business to do in like Washington, D.C., because it would be hilarious.
You know, I've been thinking about going to Congress to talk to them about used guitars.
No, I'm just saying, like, if there was like a guitar, like, here would be
Rick Beato, next time you go to talk to Congress,
I'm
going to tag along. I've got issues to talk about.
Fredericksburg, Virginia, if you were to like take a trip out to tour the PRS factory in Maryland, and then be like, I'm going to day trip over to this guy. And when you're playing the guitar, just be like, dude, I saw your ad and I knew I had to fly all the way out here from California.
To try this.
I better be happy.
Yeah.
And then at the end, just be like, I'm not glad I traveled.
I
California.
regret my journey.
I regret this trip, and just see if it just devastates him. That's
well,
really mean. I
won't be a patron, so my opinion won't matter.
That's true. That's true. The patrons are happy
I have to
because
buy
they
something for it to matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this whole thing seems like it's written by like a slightly crazy person, but then I just did like this absolute psychopath takedown of like, you should do this thing to crush this man's dreams.
None of us are all right here. We're all, you're watching an hour-long guitar podcast and we're making it. Like we've been doing this 10 years. None of this is okay behavior. Like, it's all just obsessive, weird behavior that we're doing here. This is not normal or good or fine. Like,
Ryan,
this is the last episode of this you guys should ever watch. I'm just saying, like, we're going to keep making them, but this is the last one for you guys. I think if you want to be healthy mentally.
You'll be back next week and it'll be better.
Or worse.
Ryan.
Yes, Steve.
Let's do some, we made it to an hour, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
What's your pick for the Adventurers Club? My pick.
We've got the 6. We've got the
my
chainsaw.
pick is chainsaw.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like the chainsaw kind of deflated on me. Like, I was excited.
No,
this,
okay.
All right. Really feel
my
like
second choice, these acoustic guitars.
Yeah, I'm going with these acoustic guitars.
These acoustic guitars.
You won it. Who won that?
Philip Laclede.
Congratulations. These acoustic guitars won you a $25 gift certificate printed on heavy virtual cardstock to the retailer, fast food establishment, or other business of your choice.
Yeah,
if
maybe
you can figure out how to get a gift card for the IRS, send Steve the link. We'll hook you up.
$25 digital gift card to the IRS. If you've got a favorite chicken sandwich place, maybe they do a digital gift card.
Maybe you want to try one of our favorites.
This song was sent by Toy Hospital.
I like it already.
We play these songs at the end of shows. We're starting to run low on tracks. So if you want to send one, send us a downloadable.
Email us.
Email us, 60cyclehumcast@gmail.com, a downloadable file. It makes it easy for me to play off my phone, and it makes it easy for Ryan to insert a clean track.
Like if you send us like a Bandcamp or like a SoundCloud or something like that, and I have to pay money to download it, I'm gonna be bummed. I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna take me extra time. I care more about the time than the dollar. Just send us an MP3.
If you send us a Spotify link, I might not be able to play the track that you want because I don't have Spotify Premium. So if you have more than one track, it's gonna shuffle on me and it might not play the right one.
Just send us an MP3. If you've got your track copyrighted through CD Baby or DistroKid or whatever, you're gonna get a cut of our ad revenue from this video. So just send us the link.
All right.
Don't send us the link. Send us the file.
Here's the email. Hey, Ryan and Steve, first time, long time here. I play guitar in a band called Toy Hospital. We're based on the sunny side of Scotland. Is there a sunny side of Scotland?
I don't know.
But our music is anything but sunny. We're an indie, shoegazy, dream poppy band in the mold of many great dour Scottish bands like Frightened Rabbit with bits of Midwest emo thrown in for good measure. Toy Hospital started as a lockdown project for our esteemed leader, Martin, and evolved from a garage band into a real band like Pinocchio. We released our first single, Body Heat, a couple weeks ago to celebrate how the songs have shifted and evolved since becoming a 4-piece. This is that song, Body Heat.
Solid track.
Yeah, I liked it.
No notes. Bye, everybody.
Stay grounded.